Peace, love, light, family. So I'm going to keep my word, and I wanted to go live, but it wasn't necessarily to do readings or just something that everybody got to tap into right away. I'm hoping to keep the live short so that I can download it and put it on my page. So I hope everybody is well. It's been a really, really interesting energy. The weather went from being extremely hot to just like freezing, you know, so I'm just trying to acclimate to that. I got hungry, so I made me some fried okra and some french fries. Anyway, so the message that I wanted to go into today, I'm going to get right into the message. I wanted to talk about radical trust when we're dealing with frequency shifting, and not just radical trust, but how to switch the frequency in order to actually realize the stuff that you're manifesting. Like when we're talking about the laws of attraction, the laws of vibration. But sometimes when we say we feel or we think that we're attracting certain things that we desire, that we want, it's just basically wishful thinking. Now, I know I've gotten into this before, but I think it's an important message because it seems like people are missing the message. You know, a lot of people are missing the message. There's many other people out here, other people like myself and motivational speakers and people with metaphysical knowledge and master teachers that have spoken on the same thing. First off, the universe doesn't give you what you ask for. The universe gives you what you are. The universe don't gives us what we ask for. The universe gives us what we are. Okay, so when you're wondering why certain things you're doing isn't working, whether it's prayers or people that's doing spiritual manifestations and different things like that, or it's not happening in a fast enough way, it's definitely because of what the frequency, the mental frequency is in the vibration, your spiritual vibration. So I'm gonna give you an example because this is what actually made me want to even speak on this, or why I felt like I needed to. It's with my clients, but I'm gonna speak on one of my clients in particular. I've been working with her for like 6 years, and this woman complains about her job, like day in, day out. Every time we speak, she's raising hell about her job. Now, she has a very good job. You know, she makes a lot of money and all of this other stuff. But the job politics is just wearing her down. You know, she's not respected. It's a male-dominated industry. Her ego is big as the state of Texas. Okay, so that's one of the other problems. And she tells me that she don't want to be at that job. And she just constantly asking me like, why am I still here? You told me, it's been, she said, I've been working with you for 5 years and I'm in the same place. But why are you still in the same place? Because I've given you so many tools. I've given you so many tools to use in order to shift the paradigm, but you refuse to do it. See, people will sit there and complain and stand in the same place, stomping their feet, but will not do the work to change it, period. They just won't do it. They'll call and ask me the same stuff over and over again. And basically, like I said, just like with her, it's the ego also, because when your ego is locked into a certain outcome in a space that you want to change and you continue to lock into that. I'm gonna give you another example. Say like you dating somebody that he may have another girlfriend, and you know about the girlfriend, but you refuse to like leave the situation because you just determined that you're gonna win. I'm gonna win the man or whatever it is, but you're miserable in the situation, right? So we'll stay in these paradigms. We'll get locked into these paradigms of fighting and going through all of this different confusion. But we're saying one thing, but we're doing something differently, right? So the thing I wanted to kind of tap into in peace to everybody watching. I see you, Tish and Ishmael and Copper Top. Yeah. So once you make a decision that you want to change something about your life, you have to change it. You know what I mean? So, how can I put this? Oh, this for one. It say make better choices. But yeah, say make fucking better choices. That's funny, but that's what the card actually says. It says if you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. That's interesting. But one of the things I keep telling, I said that you have to start detaching. In order for the frequency to change, you have to mentally detach from the thing that you're locked into, the situation you're locked into, the environment you're locked into. So no, we can't always move away right away. You may be in a negative household, a negative job, a negative relationship, and you're saying you want out, and you know you want out, right? Yeah, ain't complacency a motherfucker. And also wishful thinking like, oh, I'm going to just give it to God or give it to Jesus. He'll fix it. Yeah, but you got to fix it too, because faith without works is dead. We all know that, right? Or we should know it. But the point is, they'll call me and say the same stuff over and over again. And the first thing that I recommend, especially when it's like a job, just go to work and do your job. Sometimes you just got to go to work and do your job. You up in there talking about like the lady that I was speaking about, she'll say like, oh, they was giving validation and, praising the other people, and they didn't praise me like that. Well, they didn't mention my name in the meeting, and, just on and on and on and on. And she's telling me she won't out of there though, right? But she continuing to get herself trapped in because of her ego and arguments with people at work, and still fighting for justice in a place that's not giving her justice. Like what point does that make? When do you stop the fighting? A person, they say they don't like drama, but you constantly calling the person back and forward with the bullshit, or answering every time the person call you, answering, engaging in the argument. So clearly you like the drama, right? So if you're in a space that you want to move from spiritually, once you put your intention out there and you're clear on that intention, you got to be clear. You got to get rid of the doubt and everything and meet the spirit with radical trust. Like, I'm trusting this path. You began to align yourself with it, but then start detaching in that space. You detached away from the people. You detach away from the energy. You may be in a house of people that you don't even like, but you have to be able to shift and alter the energy while you're in that space. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes we can't go away right away. We can't move out. We can't just quit our job. So you go to work, you do your job, you at home, you do what you do, but you stop getting trapped into the paradigm, into that negative shit, that cycle of what you're trying to get out of. And what eventually happens as you're manifesting all of these positive things that you want to do, and you're aligning yourself with it. Like if you live with somebody else, work. Get you a job, find other things to get into, barely be there. That's one of the ways you manifest shifting the frequency. If you always sitting up under that inner energy, then clearly you still trying to be a part of this paradigm. But in order to shift the paradigm, you got to change. And when you change, everything around you will change. You know what I mean? Because see, once I started going through these different shifts or whatever, the people and things that I used to be so enmeshed in and even close to, it's like the energy just started shrinking. Like the things they were saying was no longer bothering me. I wasn't affected by the energy in the home. It was almost like I was there, but not there. It was almost started feeling this almost like light as a spirit. The spirit, the energy was moving in such a way that I felt almost larger than the people that were around me. The energy just started growing in a different type of way. And I knew then, because it's happened to me several times, I say, I'm about to leave. Because every time you begin to detach from that frequency, and it's that timing, divine timing, and you lining yourself with what it is that you really want, and then you using visualization to envision your life the way you want it to be. I was doing positive affirmations. I was listening to positive music. I just was rising above it. The insults kept coming at me. The invalidation kept coming at me. All kind of stuff that could have kept me locked in there, especially if I would have believed what was being said to me. that I'd never be able to get out and do my own thing. I'll always be in this certain struggle or whatever. And I couldn't accept that after I knew I had the tools that I needed. And not just understanding the law of attraction, but understanding the law of vibration. And once you understand that you have to meet the frequency in order to change the frequency, you get what I mean? If you're not that frequency, you'll never get it. And sometimes we will create what we want, because you could have been in the frequency for a while, but when you're not really grounded in it, sometimes God will give you the blessing, but you'll end up messing it over. You'll take the money, you'll receive the gifts, like a lot of these youngsters that's, hood kids that's blowing up online and stuff, but don't have the financial intelligence or don't have what they, the frequency to keep it going. They'll still be, pulled into this negative frequency versus the hood kids that see the vision, that have the big vision, and they know how to maneuver in jump frequencies, literally jump frequencies, because if you have a poor mindset, you will never be able to level up. Even when you level up, you'll waste your money. You'll spend it like this because you're not on that frequency. That's not your frequency. Just like a lot of times you may see rich people, but you can't even conceive what it is to really live in that frequency and live that life. Even being middle class, even being poor. Some poor people can't even see beyond, how can I even ever be in the frequency of this so-called middle energy? Because they don't vibrate at that level. People that make every dime they make, they spending it on drugs and alcohol or buying clothes and getting their hair done. They don't know how to, they don't know how to double up the hand up, like I was saying on my post yesterday. And this is, I had a long day, you guys, and I really wanted to break this thing down, so I still may do another video on frequency shifting, but it's very, very important. Sometimes we got to clear our space. It's like you got to set yourself up. Like I tell women, even with love, when they want to manifest love into their life and bring that frequency in, you got to have that already within yourself. You got to be ready to accept you for who you are. You got to bring in the energy of romance already. You don't necessarily have to have a man to look sexy and to feel sexy, even at nighttime when nobody's with you. You get what I mean? Keeping yourself in a certain way, keeping yourself up, keeping yourself clean. That's all bringing in the frequency and energy that you want to attract what it is you need. If you're sitting there walking around depressed and thinking it'll never happen and it won't happen, or you're going to continue to attract people on a lower vibration that's in that same depressed mode, that same energy that you're in. But it's so important because I think it was T that was on my live the other day. Literally everybody is not living the same reality. You really can live a magical life. You really can live what we call a magical life, but a high frequency life. Not about being filthy rich or any of that, but it's about really putting your sight on what it is you want and literally changing the reality. And that doesn't just happen overnight. Don't get me wrong. But if you stay focused on it, you're going to see it change fast. You're going to see yourself moving rapidly through the paradigms that are not the paradigms, but through the frequency, leaving old paradigms and creating new ones. Just like if you could leave, for instance, there's people that could literally leave and choose not to. Just like they had slaves that could literally walk off the plantation, but they couldn't. They couldn't even conceive. The mindset wouldn't even go there. Wouldn't even vibrate there. It took a Harriet Tubman to do it, So everybody is not on the same frequency, and we definitely not. We're not experiencing life at the same level. We all have certain absolute realities that everybody is up under. Everybody is subjected to the sun, the moon, the stars, the weather, different conditions that may take place astrologically on the planet, or we're affected maybe by other things people may do that affect the collective. But for the most part, and even that, there could be things that's affecting the collective, but when your frequency is where it needs to be, you won't even feel that. You're not even going through certain things that other people are going through. You're being protected from the unsavory course of life. So, and this is and I'm speaking to the people that want to make a change. I'm not here trying to tell people how to live or putting people down. If you choose to live in misery and you want to be wedded to that, that's your business. Be wedded to it. Be miserable for the rest of your life. Live hell on earth and wait for Jesus to come and save you. But if you want to live a life now on this planet that is a life that is quality, a life of peace, a life of, whatever you want, having all your needs met, you can do it. If you want to travel, you can do it. If there's a certain person you want, if that's what you really want, you can get it. Now you got to be careful with that, because sometimes we'll manifest a certain thing and we'll just keep our energy on this negative thing, still not being clear in the intention. Not being clear on the intention. You say you want a man, but you don't talk about what kind of man you want, and you're not visualizing what this looks like in real life. So you keep on attracting the same losers with a different body, but it's the same loser spirit. It's the same frequency. It's the same negative jobs, or the same people that don't validate you. People constantly disrespecting you and putting you down because you don't respect yourself and validate your own damn self. You know, and I had to learn, I don't need validation from nobody, because God validates me and I validate me. You get what I'm saying? And the people that support me, I appreciate the support. That adds to the positive energy. But in real life, I'm going to give you another example before I, while I'm still on this subject. When I was doing Metaphysical Monday, even before that, I was starting to feel paradigm shifts even then. Because before I was doing Metaphysical Monday, I felt like that. I felt like I was being kind of put into a space where I didn't feel good in. I didn't feel good from the environment. I was starting to not like my page and all of that. So Metaphysical Monday was an attempt to shift the frequency on my page. But I still had an expectation that wasn't met. You get what I'm saying? So I still had an expectation that wasn't met. I still wasn't getting what I wanted, because I feel like, I don't know, it's like my ego was still tied to it. My emotions was tied to it. And it's not so much as Metaphysical Monday itself, but it's the attitude that I brought into it and the energy that I was bringing in when you don't get the results you want. So, I had to go back to the drawing board. We had a lot of different, things that was making it out of balance. I had all kind of retrograde. We all had retrogrades going on. There was like 7 planets retrograding at once. But whatever the case, I came back. And when I came back, I wasn't focused on nobody. I wasn't focused on the haters. I wasn't focused on nobody. On nobody. Not the people that just sit there and stare and don't say nothing. The people that don't want to work with me, collaborate. I didn't care about none of that. I started in my own space and began to just work. And that's what I'm continually to do. And as I'm doing that, my reality is still changing. There's so much I can say about this, because I could just think a number in my head of what I need. And I'm not being funny at all. And I can manifest that number. You get what I'm saying? Of course, something realistic. And I'm talking about money. Or I can manifest the need being met. You get what I'm saying? So it's so much that I do want to break down in order to really work with whoever is interested in shifting the paradigm for themselves, to really have the life that they can live and enjoy. And you're not worrying about things that other people, you're not feeling the winter cold. You're not out there beating the ground in the damn heat and stuff like that. You're literally shifting your life. You can't allow other things and people and paradigms to keep you locked, because they'll keep you locked in. As people start to see you elevate, you even gotta ignore some of those people that's pulling on you, because they'll bring you back down to the frequency you just got out of. You feel me? So I just know that so many things have happened in my life where, now you see me, now you don't. The frequency be blinking in and blinking out. It's like people don't really believe, because radical trust means to literally have trust without that unwavering. You don't have any unwavering faith. Have unwavering faith when you putting the manifestation out there. It's not just saying, people do it. They even have children. I want to give an example with the kids even. They have children talking about, one day when I grow up, I'm going to do this, I'm going to have this, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to do this. And they got adults that do it. They be dreaming, And then there's some kids that don't talk as much. And they may say one time, when I get big, I'm going to have that car, I'm going to have that house, I'm going to have that kind of job. They may say that shit one time, and they may just say, watch, and don't say nothing else, but they mind is steadily on how to get that, while the other kids just, they just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? But some people are born with that energy of knowing how to take action, and how to match that frequency. It's a natural thing for them. You know what I mean? They may not even know they're doing it, but I'm telling you, and I don't know how much to stress it, because they had a girl that actually appeared on Metaphysical Monday, and she was talking about one day she'll leave her job. She speaks about how evolved she is. You could tell how some people will just go read a whole bunch of damn books or something, and they'll go try to talk that shit like they know it. That's why I can talk raw. I don't always have to talk from a book kind of standpoint. I can talk raw because it's in me. You know what I'm saying? I don't always have to, it's things that came to me just because it's innate. But she was going on and on about how much studying she been doing and how evolved she is. And I was impressed by some of the stuff because, I wasn't really seeing it on the outside at first, like, well, damn, I was impressed by all of the intellectual acrobatics that people try to, throw out there. I was impressed by that. But I'm looking at the life you living, you feel me? I'm looking at how you still scared to leave a job that you locked in and you got all of these gifts and talents. I'm looking at that. Like, if you really tapped in like that, you should be moving you should be changing frequencies. I'm not saying nothing is wrong with working a job, but if you get at a point where you don't like your job and you don't like where you are, why are you still there? Why are you still there? We create our reality, man. All you got to do is start focusing on that which you do want. Focus on other, because sometimes it's not through necessarily even through money. It'll come through people. It'll come through ways and other ways that things work out. You'll have a burden on you, and it's somebody there that can help you lift it, or they'll just take it off of you, or whatever it is. So it's all in what you really, really want. A lot of people say they want things, they don't really know how to get to it, and a lot of it is because I think that people still having trouble with believing in spirituality and being spiritual. It's easier with religion because you just have a list of laws, or you can go to church and listen to a sermon, and you can get a little comfort that somebody else is guiding your way, and I'm gonna just give it to the Lord, and that's cool, But again, faith without works is dead. Or you looking to the minister or to a priestess like myself or other people out there, teachers, and, to give you Kefra, copper top, a very intelligent being, to give you all of the answers. But spiritual application, if you haven't applied any of this spiritual stuff and knowledge and all of that, then you're not, I don't respect that really, especially if it's coming from a person that is supposed to be a spiritualist or on some high level, and you haven't did the spiritual application to what you say you believe in, which goes back to vibration. If you can do the application, it will help you to let go more, so you can get into the vibration and frequency. Because the more you trust the spirit and trust the universe, it's like a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, the more you see that I can trust, and the spirit keeps showing up for you, the more you will let go, or that's how it should be. And it was a time, because even with what I know, it was a time up to recently, because spirit keep on, the more you trust with certain things, it gets trickier and trickier. You get what I'm saying? It gets it gets real tricky, because I'm gonna give you an example. I came out here and I saved some money, and I had my unemployment check. It was keeping me going. I had like about 20 clients that, it was rotating, they calling, so everything was pretty good. Shit, I got out here about 2 months later and the damn unemployment stopped. I'm like, damn, what I'm gonna do now? I'm like almost freaking out, but I'm still cool because my business is still businessing. I'm making my little money, whatever. So, I was doing had a little side job, and that shit started drying up. I'm losing clients, people dying, all kind of crazy shit. I'm like, man, people moving away. So that was drying up, and I'm like, damn, what I'm gonna do now? But every time, spirit is constantly showing up. Nothing's getting cut off. I know every need is being met, and then some. So then I'm like, okay, I'm ready to move. I have to take I have to pay larger amount on my rent, way more than I wanted to pay. But I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I done did this. Now, how I'm gonna get through this. I'm just going through these different stages because it's getting trickier and trickier. We're not talking about just, having your food need met or just something small. This shit is getting bigger and bigger. But spirit is continuing to show up. So I'm being able to trust more and more and more. But once I started getting blessed, I was damn near scared to enjoy the place I live in, because I couldn't even, it was hard for me to even, for that first year or two, it was hard for me to to relax in my environment because I was so used to always operating in that fear paradigm and not getting what I want or getting it and losing it. But to just see it just continuing and things showing up and the things I manifest and it's happening. And then when I have to finally stop because I've been in survival mode all this time and say, wow, look, I did it. I did a lot of things that I wanted to do. Am I rich? Hell no. Am I close to being rich? Hell to the no. But do I have stability? Yes. And I'm grateful for that. You get me? I thank God every day for the small things. And that's another thing. Be grateful for where you are. Back to the coworker. She was going on and on and on and on about how she want to leave the job. But this woman makes probably more money than everybody on the line I put together. Okay? I don't know who on the line, but I'm just saying this woman makes some good money. She's a white lady. She works in architecture. I mean, she got a fancy job, you know. And she said when she look in the market, there's nothing else out there. But like I've explained to her in all of the years that I've read for her, God has never let her be without. No matter how bad it got. I told her, so you got security though. You're not nothing, you know, you're not gonna lose your job. She kept asking me, oh, they doing this, you're not gonna lose your job. You know, because sometimes even when we not fully trusting, when you got universal favor, because we don't always have that. Sometimes it has to go around. Like when your karma is good and you got universal favor, God will still bless you in your foolishness. You will still get blessings and things in your foolishness, and that's so you can start trusting even more. Like, okay, I've brought you this far. I got you. Like teaching a child how to swim. You get what I'm saying? And the kid is scared to let you go because they think they're going to drown. And it is exactly like that. And it's like, no, I got you. And once you find that person you comfortable with, you can, you know, just lay your head back. You can float. You know what I mean? Ride the breath. But spirit keeps showing up like that so you can do bigger things. You can do even more miraculous things and live a, you know what I mean? You can manifest greater things and show other people how to manifest those things. You get what I'm saying? So you'll be acting foolish or locked in the foolish energy, but you still being blessed in it, and now you don't want to tempt the blessing because you can misuse the blessing and lose the blessing. But you better use the blessing when you get it, you know what I mean? Or it will no longer be with you. You know, but I'm a firm believer at just showing up. I show up for the spirit every day. I show up every day, even when I'm crazy. God created me. He know who I am. She know who I am. The God and Goddess, right? Every part of me. You feel me? So I show up every day, and I put on for the spirit every day. But back to what the fear of spirituality, and I'm gonna probably close on that. The spiritual experience, the surrender, the letting go. That's hard for a lot of people because they say they believe, but the idea of bowing down to something greater than yourself or knowing that the spirit is really real, it ain't something way off in the yonder or something that died and we waiting on it to return. It's always there. It's always here in the thick of it. It's right inside of you. You're creating this reality. You can shift the paradigm. You feel me? Be comfortable with not always knowing. That's the problem. That's where the ego part come in at. Sometimes you have to be comfortable with not knowing and not thinking your way through, but feeling your way through. So even when you say you're like frequency shifting, it's so much, man, I want to share with y'all. And these thoughts are just all over. It's so much. But when you're literally like shifting into frequency, you know, it's times where it feels very scary. I didn't know what the hell was going on. It was times I'm like, damn, am I about to die? Something, what's going on? I feel like I'm floating out my body. But no, the frequency is shifting, and in that space, things are beginning to look different. This is when you first began to see these changes actually manifesting in. Yeah, it seems scary, especially if you're a person walking in doubt, fear, and you're used to not manifesting or getting the things you want. You had a hard life that could break down your confidence. So when you are in the space where the blessings are starting to come in and you can start to see the frequency shift, there's times when you can't do nothing but ride the breath. You don't even know how it's happening. You have to ride the frequency, ride the breath, and be okay with that. You may not be able to think your way out the situation. You got to feel your way through the situation. You got to trust. You got to know. It's like that silver cord that goes from the Ori to heaven. Just like your umbilical cord connected to your mother, you have to have radical trust like that for the spirit. You have to let go. When they say let go and let God, let go and let God. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you've manifested it. Even the Bible teaches that you don't continue to ask God for the same things over and over again. You let your yes be yes, your no be no. It's the same thing with that ambivalence, not believing. You know, God already knows, so to continue to ask for the same thing over and over again is almost like you have no faith. You know, you haven't even put the work in, and that's the thing that really burns me up. There's so many people that complain about their life, but they won't get off their ass to make it different. They won't do nothing to change it. Everything they do is contributing to the negative part of their life and just keeping them there. And then they get mad at you from elevating because they want you to stay in the negativity with them. But the truth of the matter is, you can't stay in the negativity with them because as your frequency is shifting, everything around you shifts. They can no longer be in your energy. That's why many of my old friends and family, they can't be in my energy because to them I look like a different person. Hell, I am. Shit. Talking about acting brand new. Shit, sometimes we need to be brand new, not act brand new. We need to be brand new. You know, like, you know, they be like, oh, she acting brand new, you know, especially in Cali. I don't know. They probably say it in other places too, but I know we would say that a lot growing up. Oh, she acting brand new. Look how they acting all different, you know. But shit, Paradise the Poet, he had a party and it was called Acting Brand New. And he said, shit, sometimes you gotta be brand new. You gotta act brand new. You know what I'm saying? That's the frequency shift. That's the paradigm shift. So everybody's not gonna get it because this message is not for everybody. But like I said, it is for people that have grown tired of the reality. And there's so many things I can break down with that, from the mundane. It could be something as simple as changing your body weight, your diet, to bigger things. You know what I mean? So I don't know how to, I want to probably write some of the things down that I want to go over so I'm not just ranting. But that's the first thing to close this video. I'm going to say the first thing you have to do, like this card say, these cards are just all on point. It says, and this is really the truth, it says, step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. I ain't going to read the rest because it's a little vulgar. It says, step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. And I'm saying step away from the crazy making shit, period. You know, get to a point where, you know, you're not afraid to leave your old stuff behind. You have to actually shift. You can't just say, oh, one day I'm going to be like this. Oh, you know, if I had a body like Beyonce or whatever it is, you know, you have to literally die to be reborn in that old ass frequency, you know, because I'm not blaming people, because that frequency becomes who you are. It's all you know. It's like your body and your mind is programmed to continue to manufacture these same thoughts and these same fears over and over again, and it keeps you locked into that vibration. They'll say to me, like, I thought you said an opportunity is coming, Cola, and da 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 da. What opportunity can come? Like, many are called, but the chosen are a few. Okay, the opportunity is there, but you missed it. You didn't even see the opportunity. You know why you didn't see the opportunity? You're on the wrong frequency. It's like you listening for concert ticket giveaways, but you on the wrong station. You supposed to be on 97.9 The Box, and you on 106.9 or something. You're not gonna hear the message. You're not gonna be able to catch the frequency. So the train just missed you. Opportunities is always coming for people, and an opportunity to change your frequency every day. You get me? So I think I put the message, you know, pretty much for what I want to hit on. But I really think it's important, though, is detachment. Just please get that. When you want to change the frequency or the environment or whatever it is you're trying to change, you must detach from the things that keep you locked into the frequency. If it's a thing where you only getting broke customers and clients that can't pay you, stay away from broke ass clients. Start having setting ethics for yourself and no longer deal with that. You know what I mean? You give to who you want to give to, but if you want to up your level, then level up. You get what I'm saying? Stop breaking your neck for the shit at the bottom and start reaching for the top, and start thinking like that. You feel me? Start thinking like that. Bring your frequency there by moving and behaving like that. If you're in a relationship, shit, you know how like sometimes people give you the silent treatment? Shit, they probably shifting their damn paradigm on your butt. They give you the silent. They ain't even talking to nobody in the house. They up in there they still help wash dishes, whatever. They keep the words real short with you and stuff like that. And that's the way you gotta be. You gotta get small on people. You gotta learn how to get small. Like Zuri taught, you gotta learn how to get small. Like how when the boat is going out to shore and the further out the boat goes, the smaller and smaller and smaller the people get from the other side of the shore. That's how you gotta get. That's frequency shifting. And it's weird because people want all of these things but don't understand what it looks like when it arrives. So you may get what you wanted, but you're like, well, what happened to Mary? What happened to KK? What happened to Joe? What happened to Bill? Those people aren't a part of the frequency shift. Y'all are the two different paradigms. So now you're like, okay, well, I got all these things that I thought I wanted or I do want, but now what? What routine am I in? I'm used to doing X, Y, and Z. You got to start creating another routine for yourself sometime, depending on what it is that you are manifesting or what paradigm you're shifting to. You got to create new plans for yourself, new blueprints of how to maintain what you just got blessed with or how to get more than what you got now. You always be content. Well, not content. You be grateful, but you don't have to be content. You be grateful in it and you give thanks all the time. But you can continue to go to the next level, and of course, new level, new devil. So a lot of times we got to recognize the devil and what it is that's holding us back. Sometimes it's the people you telling the ideas to. They're keeping you locked in a paradigm, But I guess that's pretty much, all I have to say on that. I got a client that's tapping in for a reading too. But so I hope whoever this message is supposed to reach, it has. And I thank everybody for tapping in. I do want to pull a collective card. And I do have another video coming to you guys. I have another reading video. It's going to be like a clip. Y'all make sure, if y'all haven't already, subscribe to Calligraphy TV or at least come and check out the content. I'll be most grateful for that. My new channel. I'm at 44 subscribers, trying to get to 50. And so I can do my first giveaway. Well, actually, I said when it gets to 50, I was going to upload my video on that autumn rice, the Mars rice that I created. I'll have to show y'all some of that too. But I just want to give a quick message. It's talking about relationship harmony, prioritize, and balance and work, rest, and place. Even that, the balancing is important because, of course, we still got to go to work. Like I said, we can't just quit our jobs and stuff. But you have to still find that divine balance so you're not just always locked into that, which I'm glad this came up because even coming home complaining about your job, complaining about the relationship and not doing anything about it. If you're trying to get out the paradigm, then you just got to release. You got to release while you're there. Sometimes we just got to let go in that space, and then that's what's going to shift the energy. Okay. So I'm picking up people with things that's coming up with relationship, trying to create harmony in relationships, which is interesting because Mercury was in Libra last night, and so we're dealing with trying to bring Mercury is Virgo and Gemini, and of course Libra. We just came out of Libra season, so there could be relationships that really need healing, and I'm not just talking about between male and female. I'm talking about mother and child, father and child. I'm talking about adult children, whatever you want to call it. But a lot of people have been at odds, and that's part of the paradigm shift too, because if you can't find harmony in these relationships, sometimes that's part of the great letting go. Try to create the harmony, but don't be afraid to let go when it's time to shift. So it says the angels are opening up the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are now being resolved. So again, yes, pursue the path to peace, because there's people that can vibrate with you, but all the time that's not going to be. Most of the time it's not going to be. Okay. Prioritize, focus on your highest priorities, and I will help you get organized and motivated. That's another thing. Prioritizing your priorities will help you get organized and motivated. Yeah. Again, that's for part two of also, what is your priority when you're trying to get out of a certain space? Is your priority, like if you're leaving a relationship, is your priority still how to make this person happy? Are you still being a doormat? Are you still going out your way to do all of these extra things, running errands, all of this stuff like that? No, you got to start, you got to start shifting some shit. If it's the person that's always using you as the babysitter, right? Is that your priority now? I mean, I have to do it. I have my nephews a lot of times, and I enjoy having them here. But as I'm leveling up and trying to level up and working on new things, and not even trying, I'm doing it, leveling up. If I really want to put the work in that I have to put in, then I have to sometimes prioritize even the time and energy that I'm giving to other people and to the children and to everything, because I'll never get my things done, and you're going to stay locked into a paradigm you don't want to be in. Being a damn doormat that ain't getting your goals accomplished, And of course, we do need to balance work, rest, and play, because it's hard to manifest or do anything from a space of being tired, a space of being confused, overwhelmed. And again, that will also leave us stuck in a paradigm. When you have so much going on, you just constantly in survival mode that you don't even know how to get out of it. So it becomes a cycle, ongoing cycle. And before you can shift paradigm, I'm going to be honest with you, you got to just stop in the name of damn love, okay? You got to just be like, sometimes it looks like being rebellious. Sometimes it looks like you falling apart. But in real life, you're breaking the old paradigm apart. I had to do it. I was looking different than I used to look. I was starting to be more like I didn't give a damn, raw. Because I was going through a hell of a shift that I've been dealing with for 20, 30 years. You feel me? So as the shift, or as the paradigm is starting to break, that old system is breaking down, you have to make sure you're resting and you're finding balance within that. Because again, some people don't even see what's going on in their houses and with their children and their families because they're so busy working and putting their energy into just surviving. We want to and that's my goal. I'm still in survival mode to a degree, but not like before. But to get out of that mode, I'm actually getting out of the mode of survival mode, because I'm learning as of the last 2 weeks, the more we trust and have radical trust, I don't have to be in no damn survival mode. I just have to put my energy into the the universal flow of things, to the Most High, into God, into the frequency that I want to be in, focusing on that, not on, oh my God, how am I make it happen? Oh my God, my bills, all of that stuff. Come on. And with that alleviates worry. Like right now, while I'm sitting here talking to y'all, I got people calling right now for readings. I got people calling for my day is done, and I got people calling right now for readings, because I'm creating. I'm not getting paid to sit here and talk to you guys. I'm not getting paid to do lives and Halloween countdowns and stuff. But that's the energy and work that I'm putting forth in order to, and neither is anybody else doing that stuff. We're not getting paid for that unless people want to give donations and stuff like that. But by me putting in this work and giving of myself and my time and my energy, this is happening. This is happening. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm putting my frequency on just creating, on trying to be successful, and I know I said trying. I just I gotta get that out of my vocabulary today. But so you can't just talk about it, you gotta be about it. I see Lita tapped in. Hey Lita, and even my friend Lita. Okay, on another note, I'm gonna use Lita as an example on this one. Like when I wanted, I remember she was just talking about going to Africa some years back. Now this girl doing the damn thing. Shit, we both was talking about Africa. I still ain't went. I still haven't, because that's my energy and focus shifted. But if you start listening to all of these fears and this and that and that and this, you'll never get to the destination. Now she telling me like, well, girl, that wasn't nothing. All that, she got all of these memories and all this great stuff going on. But had she stayed in the frequency of we can't do it, and she damn near traveled during the pandemic. Come on now. Lita's a trooper. Leo Queen in the house. Thank you for tapping in and watching, Queen. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. Why do you think people say where the mind goes, the body will follow? Where the mind goes, the body will follow, right? Because the mind is what's setting the tone of that frequency. Of course, the spirit also, but your thoughts are creating your reality. So, of course, your head is attached to your body, but the mind They speaking of the inner head or the mind, the mindset. Then that physical reality, the body representing the physical world or the physical body, you yourself. When your mind is in the right place, it manifests the physical reality. Your mind is leading, and your body will follow. Your ass will follow. Your world will follow. The things you want will follow. The material stuff you're trying to gain will follow. When your mindset or your spiritual evolution, same thing. You know, that's what we're here for. We're here to evolve, to grow, and help others also to evolve and to grow. You know, we may be here from some other shit too. People here for all kind of stuff, but that's what I'm here for. Anyway, so I've said a lot. I'm gonna let that just sit and rest. Anybody that missed the video and want to hear more about it, go ahead and start the live over once I post it. And I'm gonna, if there's anybody that want me to build more on it, I will. I am anyway on my YouTube channel, but yeah. Let me see, any messages? No, just basically when you're ready to shift paradigms, just make sure that you're shifting your thoughts. It's not about saying what I want to be, what I'm going to do, just talking. You have to, don't talk about it, be about it. Cards say time to let go, move on. Okay, so anyway, I hope that clarified that. I'm gonna upload another video. If I got some energy, I'll do it tonight. If not, it'll be tomorrow. A video, just a video on readings. I'm gonna go ahead and tap in on some more readings on video, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a portion of that on there. Again, if y'all want to see the full reading, you do have to tap into either Calligraphy TV, or you can go on TikTok and catch some of it on there. And I'm still trying to, I'm still trying to put it all together, you guys. I don't have it all figured out yet, but I'm really trying. I said trying again. Trying is just a word for procrastination, really. Why you're not doing it, right? Well, I'm looking to. I'm still learning how to do it the way I need to do it, because I'm just a one-woman show, so I'm always open for collaborating and things like that, but I'm not pushing that narrative either, because hey, what's meant to be will be. I'm manifesting certain things, and those things will come into my world as I manifest it. So, I wanted to also, today's my grandmother's birthday. Today's my grandmother's birthday, and I am burning for her. Scorpio season. Couple little things. This is for her. This is our Halloween. We celebrate. She like light beers. Oh God, she like light beers, child. So I went and got her a light beer. Of course, she's not going to eat and drink this, for those that don't understand. But she does feed off the spiritual sustenance of it. Kind of like y'all not really eating drinking and eating the blood and body of Christ, but it's an energy exchange. That's what it's about. So this is my beautiful grandmother Daisy, and yes, today is her birthday. She was my everything, y'all. She really was. But anyway, and there's nothing wrong with giving honor to the ancestors. Actually, it's so much right about it. So that's all I got today. Yeah. Be at peace. Damn, my energy just keeps going. That's how that high energy goes, because I really just feel like continuing to go, but I'm going to stop. See, I got another message here. Yeah, confidence is the key to your success. That's Leo energy. New moon in Leo. Confidence is the key to your success. Everything I'm talking about goes right back to changing the frequency. Because in order to shift the frequency and to have radical trust, you have to have confidence. You got to have it in yourself, and you got to have it in what we're studying, what we're learning, in this whole system, in this whole solar system, in this space-time continuum. You have to have confidence in your place in it. Some people really believe that we're unworthy. We're unworthy of blessings, and we're Gentiles and all of this, whatever the hell that is. I'm a child of God. We children of the sun. I'm not none of that stuff they try to put on us. I'm a living soul. And that soul is the access, it's the solar, the soul connection to the God seed, or that is the God seed. It's the connection, access to the Most High and into your soul navigation system to know where to go, how to move. And that's a whole nother subject that deals with shifting the frequency. We can talk about that too, do a video on the soul navigation system and really how to work more and more with your soul and trust in your soul. That's actually the place you need to go when you're starting to detach, you know? Okay. Everybody have a good night. Happy Monday. This is my Metaphysical Monday right here. Building on that. And since you're watching, Kefra, if you're still interested in November in doing one Metaphysical Monday and giving the people what they want, because I've had requests, let's tap in on that. And I'm open to still doing it if you are, and we can find something to build on. Okay, other than that, good night, family. Peace. Ashe.